The linear and streaming TV worlds are really starting to come together. And the beautiful part about Roku is we are the front door to the viewer experience. So we see 50% of all streaming happens on Roku. And so that's both the media hits, like the season premieres of all the big shows coming to the streaming apps, the live sporting events, you name it, all those big media moments that attract audiences at scale. And we love those moments. We amplify them at Roku, but it's also that everyday viewing behavior and habits where 125 million people a day come through our front door. It's where attention is captured. It's where they're seeking out that content. It could be the hits, but it could be the daily rituals of them figuring out exactly what they're going to watch. And that could be, the everyday comfort comedy or some of the other sort of content that they're seeking out. So it is about, at Roku, bringing those worlds together for the viewer, making sure that we're able to meet them where they want to watch and how they want to watch by providing both the hits and the habits, is what we like to call it, in a way that only Roku can.
Now, Roku, you're a pioneer and you're on the biggest screen in the home. So how are you balancing storytelling with performance accountability?
The beautiful part is that as the lead-in to TV, we see our viewers coming through our front door, 125 million of them every single day seeking out the content they want to watch. That's a powerful proposition. But what is really sort of exciting about that is we've got a ton of data that we sit on at Roku. So we actually just surpassed or announced a huge milestone where we reach 100 million homes globally. So what that really means is that it gives us the power of data that's all deterministic, authenticated viewers, and we're able to follow the streamer's journey regardless of what they're watching. And so what that means is, as we sit on a tremendous amount of data, it gives us a lot of signal to make sure that we're starting to reach audiences with precision, and it gives us a huge amount of opportunity to build sort of a full funnel solution that takes both the upper funnel and the lower funnel and starts to prove business outcomes for brands and marketers.
Data and identity are at the center of this new TV equation. Looking at that, what signals or capabilities are becoming most valuable?
Sure. So about 2 weeks ago, we actually hit a major milestone where Roku surpassed 100 million homes globally, which is hugely important and valuable in the sense that every single one of those homes is logged in, authenticated with deterministic data. So we know a ton about the viewer's journey, what they're watching, and a ton of other signal that is powerful first-party data. But what's exciting is, and with the reach and scale that we have, we've built an open and interoperable platform with our partners, and that's the third-party DSPs, but it's also the retail media partners. And so this week we actually announced a new offering that's called Roku Curate, and essentially it marries our first-party data with a set of our retail media partners, think Instacart, Best Buy, Kroger, Fandango, and it really does allow for brands to access this identity or these audiences at scale. So it's not only about precision in terms of who they're reaching, but essentially, building business outcomes and really moving CTV into a performance platform. So we're really excited about that proposition.
How is AI changing the way campaigns are planned, optimized, and measured?
Sure. So, AI is showing up in so many different ways in terms of obviously bringing more addressability to the platform. And, that sort of actually starts with the viewer experience. We're doing a lot to personalize the content that's surfaced for the viewer. And as a result, obviously, the brands, when they show up both on the Roku operating system as well as within the Roku channel, are more targeted and relevant, coupled with, the data that we have. We're using AI to continue to optimize. So that's sort of one area. But the part that I get so excited about is really how AI is showing up in creative. And so we've got a self-serve platform, Roku Ads Manager, that allows for brands to scale into CTV in sort of 5 simple steps. And so that really serves a different customer set. It's those small to medium-sized businesses. It's those performance marketers that may be first-time CTV buyers. And so where AI and creative comes into play is we've got a partnership with SpaceBeck that is an AI creative tool that actually allows these small to medium-sized businesses to take their assets and turn them into 15, 30-second spots that can run on the big screen. And because it's a performance platform, we're also able to use AI to optimize and test and understand kind of what offers are resonating and optimize in real time. So it's a really great use case of how AI is showing up in the creative landscape.
Well, Lauren, this has been really informative. Thanks again for stopping by the BTV set. So finally, just looking ahead, what does a, quote, modern TV buy, unquote, actually look like? Like, what's different? What's different from how brands approach television now from just a few years ago?
Sure. So I talked a lot about the hits and the habits and the challenge in a fragmented marketplace in terms of reaching audiences at scale. And we've got that scale, but really kind of bringing that together, we like to break it down into the 1, 2, 3s of modern TV. And so we talk about, in a way that only Roku can serve this landscape, is that one is the Roku operating system. It's the number one operating system. It's that front door to TV where we capture consumer attention and brands can really be integrated and break through. The 2 is the Roku channel, which is the number 2 ad supported in terms of streaming TV time, which is a powerful proposition in terms of reaching audiences. And then the 3rd is this Roku ecosystem that I spoke about. So it really is bringing together all the data and the signal and being an open and interoperable partner in this space. So it's a really kind of nice bringing together sort of the 1, 2, 3s of modern TV, meeting the viewer kind of how they're watching and being able to prove business outcomes for brands regardless of what their KPIs are, whether it's upper or lower funnel.